going down, popping. It's your boy. Hey, it's this house. You know what I'm saying? You got him informed. And the prophet day is sure. You know what I mean? Hey, what up? What up? What up? Happy Monday to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Doing your thing out there. You know what I mean? I'm trying to give y'all a little bit of love on a Monday. You know what I'm saying? Break the monotony. You know what I'm saying? Of what a all court gotta be. You know what I'm saying? So mix it up for y'all on a Monday, man. It's hey. I didn't do Thursday. Once again, I didn't do Thursday because it was cracking. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into some of that tonight. Tonight's sports show is going to be dedicated mostly to high school basketball. You know what I mean? Cracking, man. The week was cracking, man. I felt like, for me, I felt like it was kind of weird and odd that they were pushing the tournament back to almost 2 weeks. From their last section championships, and then also putting it on top of spring break. So I thought that was weird, but it worked. It worked. I mean, it was popping in there, man. It was popping in the gyms, man. Like, you know, I'm a big. I tell people this all the time. I'm a big believer in winning, and what you saw in that stadium is what winning is. You know what I'm saying? When you're losing, you don't make it to that stadium, and not only that, your stands are empty. You know what I'm saying? Or I mean, you could be winning and the stands be empty too if you ain't got that right vibe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But still, this is a culmination of what winning is. Like, to make it to that stage, to get to that platform, and to have that stadium feel like that, like the feel that was going on. I mean, I know everybody felt it, man. That vibe in there, in the barn. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a college basketball vibe, man. Even at a high school level, man. That's why you want to make it to that stage. And the way that the barn is built. Look, I mean, what are those? They have those improv things, and they have them raised stages because it just brings more. You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of like the barn is built like. You know what I'm saying? To build that whole essence of the whole basketball scene. You know what I'm saying? And to have those guys play on that floor and do what they were doing out there, and to have the crowd just there deep, like you looking across at the opposing team, you know what I'm saying? And they deep dressed in what they dressed in, and then we over here at our side and we dressed in what we dressed in. You know what I mean? So it's what it's all about, man. It's all about that. I'm a spit youth language to people. People find it funny when I say things, but it's the reason why they think it sounds funny is because they old people in their heads, whether they old or not. Because you know what I'm saying, the young people talk like this, you know, ore farming. You know what I'm saying? That's real deal. And ore farming is something that's on the essence right now, bro. You got to be able to ore farm and make shit happen and manifest, bro. And a lot of people's mentals ain't on that shit. And you know, it's just a vibe. You know what I mean? Like when you see me, it's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I mean, it's not my fault. You know what I mean? I wasn't blessed and anointed with this by my choice. I just roll with it. So, you know, and it's like, you know, it's crazy, man, because it was an incredible week. It was an incredible week, and I mean that from not just the whole bias of my Apple Valley boys, which I'm going to get into tonight, which is fortunate that they are a 4A. That's going to be the last, you know what I'm saying, division that I talk about, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, it was a good-ass weekend for high school basketball, playing on the Target Center floor. That's crazy. That's insane. That's insane for high school kids to play on the Target Center floor. That's fun. And I know they love that and enjoy that, and just to see how I tell my boys too. I told TJ and I told Trash, I said, man, you on that NBA floor. You know what I'm saying? Go do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? It's wide open. The floor is wide open. I told my son, I said, son, the floor is wide open on the NBA floor. You can outrun everybody on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They can't not keep up with you, son. So, you know, it was good to see these guys play the level of basketball they play on that floor, man. So we'll get a little bit more into that tonight. I'm just going to touch on only a couple of things, man, and get right into it. It's going to be, you know what I'm saying, a lightweight show tonight, man. As I just all that's on my mind right now is this high school basketball stuff. So yeah, we're gonna pop off into that, man, and talk about some good things that happened, man. One thing I want to talk about is um, Bobby Hurley. Bobby Hurley. My man, Tex, one of the illest shooters in the game, one of the illest motherfucking pop your head in type motherfucker, man, right? Um, he put up a post about a video about Bobby Hurley or Hurley headbutting a referee. You know what I'm saying? And he said privilege, and I think it's like I reason why I brought it up because you know what I'm saying, my man, right? But I think it's even beyond that too. You know what I'm saying? I think it's that, and I think it's beyond that too. I think that it's like asshole status. It's just like, dude, this is just straight up asshole. You know how some people just kind of do asshole things sometimes, and some people do stupid things. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, right? You know what I mean? But this dude is like, I think this dude is just a straight up asshole. That's just like, he listens like I don't. Hey, for whatever you know, said you want to call it being privileged or whatever. Even I don't think if the dude was even privileged. I think if he came from growing up in a home where they didn't pay bills, didn't have light, all that, I still think he'd be an asshole. That's just what he is. He is a straight. There's some people that's like that, and people gotta, you know what I'm saying, roll with that because that's just. You know, that's part of your marker, part of your character, man. You just gotta roll with that asshole status. And dude is, and he claims it too. Like he'll tell you, he'll be like, hey, I don't give a fuck about. It's just like that. Like that ain't my words. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's how he talks to people. So, you know, I think that it's beyond just him just even being acting privileged. I think it's just him just personality wise, he's just a straight up asshole. You know what I mean? Like, dude is. Um, but I mean, and and the irony, the whole irony of him being an asshole is this: 2023, UConn wins national championship. 2024, UConn wins national championship. 2025, UConn loses a national championship game only by 2 points. 2026, UConn just busted motherfucking heads in, busted Duke's heads in. He asshole, but damn, like, like you know what I'm saying, like, and being an asshole to me is not a good thing. I'm not saying it or praising it at all. I'm just making a point that this is the dude's character. I get it, but when it comes to basketball, you know what I'm saying, like, dude is winning the chips. Dude is winning the chips. I mean, what are you supposed to do about that? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Um, along with that, real quickly, touching on our young people. Um, we got I seen a list. The smartest countries in the world, averaging their IQ. The United States is 18th. The United States is 18th. Um, number one is South Korea. Number two is China. Number three is Japan. Number four is Iran. Number five is Australia. Number six is Vietnamese. Seven is New Zealand. Mongolia, Singapore, Russia, Spain, Cyprus, Canada, United Kingdom, Sri Lanka, Switzerland, Albania, and the United States. I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying. People talk about we do it for the kids. How the fuck we 18th? Excuse my language. How the hell we 18th? Don't make you do that sometimes. Like sometimes when I see stuff like that, especially when we talk about how much we invested in kids. That's why I think people got a problem with me, is I point out problems with people that's taking care of kids. People are going to be mad about it, though, especially if they're doing it. They got to be mad because somebody's got to call it out, man. That's how you change programs, man. That's how you build programs, man. Oh, God. That's how you build a program. I can tell you how to build a program now. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you. Thailand TV. I'm going to show y'all. Movie, South of the River. It's coming out June 2026. And yeah, I'm gonna explain to you how and the things that it took to build a program. You know how I told y'all. You know what I mean. One thing I always say, the bad thing about being a prophet is that you speak in future. You speak in the future. I was having a conversation one time with my guys. With some colleagues, and we were talking about the best player on Apple Valley, and it was about 2 years ago. It's about 2 years ago, maybe like 2.5 years ago. And I said, "Yo," they were like, Tyler, who, Coach Tyler, who you think is the best player on Apple Valley? And I said, and they named 2 people, whatever, and I was like, nah. I said Trey. I'm like, Trey? All Trey can do is shoot. I said, man, nah. I said, that's all Trey want to do right now. You know what I'm saying? I said, that's all you want to do right now. I was like, yo, the nigga can dribble. So, I said, the nigga just want to shoot. I said, that's what he told me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, because I speak kid language. So I told him, I said, hey, so I told him, I said, the dude just want to shoot. I said, nigga can dribble. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? I can get it wrong. I'm like, hold on. I'm like, hold on. I said, nigga can play D. I was like, nigga can play D. I like DJ too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's his boy. He be right there. Whatever TJ ain't got, he got. You know what I'm saying? That's how they roll, right? So I'm like, nah, I said, nigga, because as far as like upside on the team, he's pretty much the one that has a bigger ceiling than everybody else right now. You know what I'm saying? Because he add to his bag, but he's already got a bag. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, that's who the dude gonna be. 2 years later, having conversations, telling about another kid. Niggas like, nah, nah, I don't see. I'm like, okay, that's gonna be the dude. And niggas is arguing with me again. this is the craziest stuff about. What he say? He said, if I did come back, if I did return, and I told you I was him, you would reject me. That's what he said. I'm sitting here telling these dudes, I'm like, this is gonna be the dude that's the toughest. Bam, right there. This is gonna be the dude that gets the most rebounds. Bam, right there. This is your one-on-one player right here. Bam, right there. And it's your straight-up killer shooter. That's how it should be. No, we want to do it. Okay. Even if I say, what I tell y'all my show, whenever you see me, you probably see me doing this a lot at the game. All right. All right. You know what I'm saying? And what am I supposed to do? How can we raise a village like that? How can we raise a village if not only if I tell you something and you don't listen to it, which is cool, but when I tell you something and it actually comes true, and then after I tell you something else after that, you argue and don't listen again? How does that make sense in this world of raising as a village? I'm showing you how to do it. The only person in this thing that didn't want to chip with these boys, you're looking at them. With 2026 class, the only person that didn't want to chip with these boys is me. I won 2 football chips as the head coach. I won 1 chip as the GM, and I hired my boy Buck to be the head coach. I gave him the responsibility. I won 1 head coach of the basketball program, a championship, and then I won the second one as a GM. And I gave my boy the reins. We went in together. I gave my boy the reins to let him run the team, and I took care of all the back end financial shits. GM'd it. And we won a chip. They ain't won 1 cent. And I come in and I tell them, look, this is what you need to do. This is where you need to put this person. This is where you need to. No, we don't want to. We can win a championship with these guys. Okay. I, I win it. But it's okay. It's okay. It's definitely okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just me. This Thailand TV. Y'all know how I do. People get it on this show, man. Strays go. You catch them all the time on this show, and you know me. I apologize for those type of things, but that's just how it be. You know what I'm saying on Thailand TV. But no, it's really disheartening when you working with people, especially people that you fuck with, and you tell them something, and as a prophet, you're smooth like that. Like you can tell somebody something and know that it's not going to happen for years and just be cool about it because you know that you were right in the first place. So you can just be cool, just everything like, and all of a sudden, what you said happens. You're like, well, I told you. And then the funniest thing is, you can sit there in a conversation, and they still sitting there like, no, no, this is what you need to do. Okay, okay, all right. But why? And why is that? Why is that? You know what I'm saying? Like for real, it makes me question that. Why is that? Is it because of how I look? You know what I mean? Like my shit is different. You know what I'm saying? Like what makes you want to be able to tell other people that, you know what I'm saying, you you got the right idea. You can make it happen when I'm the only one that has. Like I'm just saying, if you got a class of kids, the same group of kids, and you're the only one that won championship with those kids, why the hell anybody telling anything else about how to win with these kids? I don't get it. Why the fuck weren't you listening in the first place? Football program and basketball program. Why weren't you listening in the first place? When I was telling you who to put where, how to put them, how to let them go, run them, go be dogs, let them loose. And you say, no, we want to do it this way because we know how to win. Okay. I go in with them there. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it got to be like that? Why can't it be like, oh man, you have won with this group of kids. They've tasted so much success under you. They've tasted so much success under you. Everything. Everybody's going to tell you something. You got some people that can tell you about 4 years of those guys. You got some people that can tell you about 3, 4 years of those guys. But there's only a certain few. And I'm one of the main ones that can tell you everything that happened with those guys, class of 2026 guys from third grade on. Every one of them. I'm sorry. Every one of them when they came on to Apple Valley dating back to third grade. I can tell you every move they made. I can tell you how everything was done possible. I can tell you how everybody that got involved in their lives got involved in their lives, got approved to be involved in their lives. How because of the God, man, in man form. And we all are. We just gotta respect that. But the problem is the respect. The respect is gone. We're not able to do this as a village because the respect is gone. How can I tell you something that actually happens and you literally see what I said and literally see what I said happen, and you still argue or dispute or come in with your idea of what should happen? And the thing about it is this: it's about doing it for the kids. I think that's the hardest thing for me when it comes to the situation of being a village. Is doing it for the kids. A lot of people ain't doing it for the kids. They say they are, and the problem is that they think they are. That's the real problem. A lot of people think that doing it for the kids is what they're doing, and that's a problem because a lot of people are putting half-ass work in. A lot of people ain't showing up. A lot of people disappointing the kids, messing with the kids, putting their hands on the kids, you know, and personally attacking kids. You know what I'm saying? Like really, like it's a bad thing going on, and it gets so infuriating because when you come into the system and you like, oh, let me help clean this up. Let me help clean this up. People get upset. People get upset. You get on social media and you tell people, hey, look, man, we got a problem here, fellas. We got a problem here, kings, queens, people that are involved with raising young people, putting young people out here in the sports world and teaching them how important sports is. We got a problem. And you looked at like, what? How can you listen to my words and you turn how is it possible to listen to the things that I'm saying and turn them back? How? If you listen to my tapes and my videos and things that I speak about, how is it even? I'm trying to think about in my head. What have I said to be able to even be twisted? I'm like, I'm blown away because I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, all I be talking about is politics. Like, what do people be? This is crazy. How are we gonna raise a village like that? You know? Not to lighten the mood, but I wanted to talk about this. So look, the most expensive roster in college basketball: Kentucky, BYU, Duke, Arkansas, Louisville, and Texas Tech. And neither one of them motherfuckers is dancing anymore. At money, see, that's the thing, man. I was talking about before, man, last week, team chemistry, man. There's something that you can't buy. I don't care how much money you pay for it, man. You can't buy teams chemistry. Shit, you can see that at the pro level. You can see that at the $45 million a year level. You can't buy team chemistry. If your objective is to teach these young people to win, which is a very important thing, you got to teach kids how to win because people do not want to come and see nobody lose. And when they want to come and see you win and you win, look at the stage. Look at the stage. And that what I just read is proof that just buying your way in doesn't always deliver a championship, which is the height of where you want to be. Playing a game. I mean, you look into the instructions. I got Uno, and I looked at the instructions one time with my son. We got Uno flip or some shit. You flip the cards. Some new that came out with the kids. My son loved that game. And you pull the instructions out in the game, and it says object of the game, how you win the game. So it tells, like right there, it tells you the whole object of the game is to win. So how are we sitting up here trying to tell kids that winning is not important? Winning is the whole point of the game. We have to teach them how to win. How to win this game, bro. And we're not doing that because we're rejecting things that can help them. Things that can make them complete and better players. A lot of times it's personal reasons, man. You know me, man. You know me. I'm gonna pop off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of weird shit going on in the game right now, and the problem is that the people that are in the places to make the change aren't willing to make the changes, and it's going to continue to get bad before it gets better. You know what I mean? And then the one it's just ironic because the people that are thinking of making it better. It's difficult. It's a difficult thing. So, but like I always plead out to my colleagues and all my coaches. Let's get better, man. Let's get better for these young people, man. Because Minnesota's a mecca still, man. We on top right now. All eyes are on us, and it's always been a time. I say this stuff all the time, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? This profit shit. Listen to what I'm saying. Like, it's the time for us to keep pouring out good basketball, getting good players out of here. You know what I'm saying? But we got to make them good players, man. Otherwise, they're going to start overlooking us again. They can just be like, yo, this is a place that just wants to put out, go get it, guys. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to know team players and guys that just know how to play good basketball. So, I think that's about it. Oh, I seen something saying the High Point College. Rob Martin is being traded to Kansas for $750,000 in cash, pending the NCAA approval. They trade players, bro. They trading players, dog. They trading players, man, at the college level, dude. They trading players at the college level. Wow. I had to say something about that because I'm blown away by that. Well, let's say I'm talking about that all the time, man. The NIL, man, it came in. It's gonna change the game at college level, dude. You had trades going on. Does he get the 750? I have to look how the contract is done on that one, man. I'd have to. I usually take a look at saying contracts once when they first come out or whatever. But I didn't know that. 750. They could trade the man. Does he get the 750? That's crazy. Or the school gets 750. Because then they pay in the school, they got paid. Man, that's wild, bro. That's wowzers, man. Yeah, man. I posted up early today. My boys, man, doing their thing. My son, top 10 assists. Ryan, top 5 rebounds. Trey, top 10 total points. But then he number 1 by a mile. 3-pointers made. Big shout out to them young men, dog. Big shout out to them, man. Kamari and TJ tied at 22nd for steals. Man, big shout out to them boys, man. We're gonna talk a little bit more about them tonight, but you know what I'm saying, give them their flowers, man. They did their thing. You know, my feeling is, you know, it was a season of ups and downs. But I think it was a lot of ups. I think it was a lot of ups, and they learned a little bit more about each other. They learned a little bit more about their teammates. The younger guys learned a little bit about themselves and what they can do. So, yeah, man, I think the boys did their thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I really think TJ could have been more utilized as a point guard. That's one of the things that I spoke about 4 years ago. Um, you know, I think he could have broke the assist record. I knew Ryan was going to break the assist record or rebound record. Trey definitely, I knew he was going to break the 3-point record. And then I felt like Kamari could probably get the highest score one game, just lose his motherfucking mind and go for like 70. You know what I mean? Just like just 30 layups. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, nobody stop him, nigga. Just 30 layups. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. But that's you got to play at that level, man. You got to play fast, and I'll get more into that, man, when I break down what they did. But yeah, I mean, let's go ahead and pop it off, man. I'm not gonna keep y'all too late tonight, man. I just want to talk about this high school shit for a minute, real quick, and be about you. You know what I mean? Be about you. So yeah, let's crack it off. I watched a little bit. That's what I do. That's who I am. I watch basketball, my shit. I told you this the time I'm like a fish. This is when I breathe. You know what I mean? My water. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my matter of fact. Hold on. That's a plug. You know what I mean? You gotta turn it around when you don't want to give them their free advertisement. You want your advertisement, call me up. I'll turn it around. Yeah, but yeah. So I'll be watching this stuff, bro. I watch basketball, bro. Bro, I love basketball. So I peeked in on a couple of games. You know what I'm saying? I watch all of them. Sometimes they watch me. Hey, it's Thailand TV, man. I'm real. I'll be real. I keep real all day. Sometimes they watch me, but you know what type of game I'm talking about. But yeah, in section 1, Hills Beaver. Don't stay with me now. Stay with me, okay? Stay with me. Hills Beaver Creek, bro. Hey, they popped off Hennon. I thought Hennon had this. From what I've seen, and I watched Hennon play, and I watched the first part of the game for Hennon and Hills Beaver Creek. I watched the first half of it, and then I think I was getting ready for something. I think I was getting ready to go do something. And so I peeped the first part, and then I peeped in like the last few minutes of it. You know what I'm saying? When Beaver Creek was on top, hold them down. So that shocked me because Hills Beaver Creek, man, really kind of like put it on Henning. You know what I'm saying? Henning they were free flowing, man. They was going up and down, dog. So they went ahead and went on to the last game, and they played Janesville, Waldorf, Pemberton. They just smothered them. They smothered them. They got whatever they wanted. The defense was very good, and you know they shot the ball great. So they deserve to win. I think Hills Beaver Creek has a good game, good program. They look like a pretty good program. I'm not sure. I didn't look up any of the guys' grades to see what grade they were in, but the way they played really under control. And and they played more like a very sophisticated team. So if any of those guys were young, if they're coming back, look for them to kind of, what I'm saying, not be fifth seed. There's a lot of upper seeds cracking off this tournament, man. A lot of upper seeds cracking off this tournament. Section 2. Section 2 was fun. I went to that game because that was before my game. Section 2 game was against Good Hugh and Minnehaha Academy. I kind of figured, just kind of looking at that, the only competition for Minnehaha was Good Hugh. I figured that would have been the matchup for them. And it was a good matchup. I think in the first half, Good Hugh was kind of imposing their little will because they're really kind of tall across the board. You know what I'm saying? Big guards, and it kind of matched up great with Minnehaha, especially in the first half. But in the second half, now that's where shit got real. Boy, Aiden was doing his thing. I mean, dude said, because I looked, he had two. Yeah, he had two in the first. He had 2 points in the first. And then I was like, that's not how he play. And I'm watching it. See, this is how I am. I see shit, bro. I'm like, he don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he was doing in the first half, that might be JD, though. JD might have told him that. JD might have been like, yo, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to keep you on low, though. You know what I mean? And then second half, nigga, this is you. And that's what happened. Like, because I was like, I told you, we looked at 2, and I looked at the way he was playing. I was like, that ain't whatever. So the second half, he came out aggressive as hell. He got to the spot in the middle, boom, bump, pull up. Got to the rack. You know what I'm saying? He was dumping off. Like that was, a very good display of playing night and day in a game. He was definitely looking to be a facilitator before in the first half. In the second half, he just kind of took over. Troop, I think his name Troop. Troop was dope, man. Troop was dope. I like his game, man. I like his game. He could be a little bit more assertive as far as getting in there and mixing up with the big guys, maybe getting some blocks and some more rebounds. But man, I like his game, man. He step out and he pop that thing, and he can get in there and get buckets close to the rim, and he'll dunk on you. You know what I mean? And he'll dunk on you, man. He'll go up and he'll throw it down strong and won't go up soft. I think, and for him to have a light frame, that's very big. That's very big. And then they got the young dude, the little homie, Adine. He was number 15. Adine, number 15. You know what I'm saying? Just turned 15. You know what I'm saying? His whole family was in there. You know what I mean? His whole family was in there cracking it off, man. But that's what I'm telling you. Like, that's why, man, when I was in there, man, at that time, man, that was dope. It felt good looking at both sides of the stands, you know what I'm saying? Because I could do that at that time with my team playing. And they had it cracking in there, man. And Minnehaha really kind of just asserted their will in the second half. I think the young guys, because they're young, I think the Aiden's a junior. I think Troop is a junior. And I know Adine is 15. He's freshman. Freshman, if I'm not mistaken. So they got some people that can go. And being on a championship floor, that's it brings a different mentality to you when you're playing. So a lot of guys lose regular season and then sections, and that's it. They go home. So they don't ever really get on those floors. And when you get on that floor, it just makes you play at a different level. I mean, you got to see them. These guys, this Minnehaha team, man, and the way that they just had that swagger once they were able to oppose their will against Good Hugh, once they were able to kind of get them playing their game, and Good Hugh couldn't keep up. They just couldn't keep up. So big ups to them, and big ups to JD grabbing the championship as a coach. As another one, and big ups to Minnehaha. Shout outs to you guys. Number three was a good game, man. Number 3 was nice, bro. Number 3, Tino Grace and D. LaSalle. I kind of figured this. But this is where I was talking about people. I was telling people, man, there's some heavyweights, man, in this thing. And I felt like 3A had good matchups. I think that the Tino Grace Northfield matchup was beat Down City. But that De La Salle Richfield matchup, now, that was a good game. That was a very good game. De La Salle just came out on top and cracked them off. And I know Richfield. Richfield has some really good guards. We got a strong presence inside, so I figured that they would be able to speed things up a little bit for De La Salle. But then again, De La Salle can get out and run. They can get out and run, and they're young. They're young too, but they got guys that can actually, you know, they can be showmen on the court, which means that they can get out there and make big plays when needed. And going into the championship against the Tino Grace, that was a game. I loved watching that game. I think that was a game of just massive athleticism. just athleticism all over the floor, dude. Just like, because you got your boy Doe over at Tino Grace. He's like a 6'6". He's like a Julius Randle almost. You know what I'm saying? As far as his size on the court compared to everybody else, and moving like that. You know what I'm saying? And then he can pull up that thing. I really felt like somebody just came home to the neighborhood. I really feel like they could have used Dungy a little bit more. I feel like Dungy's ball handling is so adequate enough that he could have been more of a creator in the second half, and kind of mix things up. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a lot of things that a lot of teams aren't doing right now, is they're not mixing things up. They're just kind of being very methodical about what they're running. The sets they're running are just mainly to one person. A lot of stalling with the ball. No movement without the ball. And I think that's what De La Salle was able to expose on them, was just being trying to come off screens, go downhill all the time, making them win from pull-up jumpers, mid-ranges, close out, and then coming down. Man, your boy, man, look, I'm going to tell you something right now. Your boy, you have to give flowers where flowers are due. And I got to give this young man some flowers, man. Wallace Johnson, this kid, bro. Wallace Johnson, you remind me of Tim Williams, but like you got a little bit more ickies though. You know what I'm saying? But the way you get up though, like I'm telling you, dude, I had this dude. We played this dude in the summer league, in the fall. Was it fall league or summer league? I think it was a breakdown in the fall. So we played them, and this dude, and I'm looking at it, dude. I'm like, dude, bring the ball to the floor. Somebody set a screen, because my son guarded him. Somebody set a screen on my son. The other person doesn't switch. My son's fighting over the screen. He take off down the lane. I'm watching it happen. I'm like, this, because I've been watching the way he sprung up in a couple of plays beforehand. I'm just like, if this dude get loose, and sure enough, this nigga didn't help, and dude took one dribble, one step in front of the 3-point line and went up. TJ a D1 football player, so he getting bulky now. You know what I'm saying? So he just kind of like came off of the screen, because he comes off screens, and he kind of gave him a little bump. You know what I'm saying? And thank goodness for that little bump, because that little bump knocked him off. But that boy, if he didn't bump his ass, that he was coming in like, because even the miss was like wham. I was like, whoa. Towards the end there, Todd was over there like, hey, he must have been. I seen it. Todd had to be like, hey, look. He was like, Johnson, it's time to go. It's time to go. You got the ball. Do what you got to do. I know time, because that's what happened. Because dude just started taking over, spin move, what's dude, the dude springs up so quick, bro. Like, watch the games, bro. The dude, his springs are like quick. You know what I'm saying? Like tap. My boy Tap legs was like that. I've seen people like that. You know what I'm saying? Wayne Charles. That, that nigga be on the ground next to nigga head, nigga's legs. Ain't never happened to me though. Ain't never do that to me though. But I heard about it though. You know what I'm saying? But no, man. Hey, Wallace Johnson, bro. That dude, give him his flowers, bro. And he tried to. He shit. Honestly, I mean, he pretty much probably willed them down. I mean, the young cast though, cause young cast, boy, they were getting they getting that slip screen steal, boy. Oh man, wow. Good game, man. But they just couldn't hang with um, Hill. Hill was nice, man. Clutch. Came in very clutch. And but that's the thing about Latino Grace, man. Like we played them at the beginning of the season, man, and it was just like, damn, damn. You know, I told the kid, I said that's gonna be championship basketball. I told him, I said that's what's gonna be like playing for a state championship, exactly like playing them right now. So, and that their game plan was to just continuously attack you. And it's difficult when you play a team that can attack you from all positions. And Tino Grace has that. I think the only lacking person that they have is number 23. Number 23 probably be the only one. But even him, like when if he's left open, he can hit that three. You know what I'm saying? He may not be he may not be getting people off the drive because he's a little bit slower, but he'll penetrate. You know what I'm saying? And he'll step out and hit that. So, and that's from all angles. You know, like I said, Dungy, I feel like they could have used him a little bit more because I think he could have just kind of facilitated it and take a little bit of pressure off the other guys. But still, though, he did his thing. That's what he do. That's what he do. He's smooth like that. He just smooth like that. And big contributor to them this season too. So shout out to them, man. Tina Grace pulling that one off over De La Salle 72-70. Good game, man. Good game. I'm trying to tell all these are good games. And then we get to the big dogs. The 4A. The 4A. The big dogs, man. Hey, look, this is a storybook ending, man. I'm glad somebody's doing a movie. I'm glad somebody's doing a movie right now. Because this is a basic storybook ending right here. He couldn't have written it any better. I didn't write it any better. I just saw it happening. I just saw the movie unfolding and I just grabbed the camera. That's all I did. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to tell their story. You know what I'm saying? This is what I tell the young men all the time. Y'all do y'all thing. I'm just here to tell y'all a story. You know what I mean? So Apple Valley and Chaska meet up. Number 7 versus number 5. Boy, well, you know what that means. If the number 7 team and the number 5 are meeting the championship, that means the big dogs. See you later. See you out of there. First weekend, or excuse me, the first day, Apple Valley and Wyzetta. Everybody said that wasn't going to happen. Everybody. People even trying to tell me that I said that we were going to lose. I'm like, how can you tell a nigga that prophesied about the niggas winning that he want people to... They don't make... People got to start realizing when people talk, all you got to do is listen to what the fuck they say, right? So how a person going to tell you that I said or I thought or I wanted that team to lose when I'm the only one that's always said that team is going to win? You got to make sense to it, dog. Listen to it. People are smooth. They'll trick you. They'll trick you, man. And to me, this game was the success of the season, of their career, to me, on God. Young men, on God, to me, my 2026 people. All of y'all, the football players, the track stars, the wrestlers, the female wrestlers, the baseball players, all you guys. This is to y'all. Like, this win, that Wyzetta win, is all of y'all. All of y'all 2026. That Wayzata win. To me, that's it. That's all I wanted. Y'all showed the world. Y'all showed everybody. Y'all the best. Because y'all beat the best. That's the best. That was the best. I don't care what nobody says. That was the best. And y'all beat the best. To me. But y'all continued on. And y'all cracked heads with Maple Grove. I was like, fitting that you meet up with the same team that took you guys out last year. Fitting for this. Like, you couldn't make this. I can't make the movie any more better than how it just played out. It's a beautiful movie. It's a beautiful movie. You don't make money off your backyard, so I can tell y'all about this. The movie ain't for y'all. The movie is for the world. I'm just reminding you that I'm making the movie. So they went ahead and cracked off Maple Grove dominantly. I think they just showed them that whatever you can do was not going to be enough. Period. Because it wasn't. I mean, Max got his points. I mean, he got most of them from free throws. Of course, call them bullshit calls, but you know what I'm saying? Because I know who he related to. I know what show he on. He ain't on Thailand TV though, but he can't get shots on Thailand TV. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do catch strays around here, man. And I know. And he was getting off. He was doing his thing. I mean, we actually know he didn't get off. He got, like I said, he got the free throws, but really, you know what I'm saying? He got some points. He got some points. You know what I'm saying? Barbecue got some points. Barbecue got some points. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. You know, they did. I think Apple Valley really kind of like in the second half dominated them. I think they just Kamari just lost his mind and just almost broke the rim. Just said, close this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that was a big statement, I think, for coming off a win from Wayzata. That was the second. I think somebody even wrote it and said that Apple Valley proved that winning, beating Wayzata wasn't a fluke, and they went ahead and just banged up motherfucking Maple Grove. And at the same time that's happening, Upset City, Chaska go in there and just bang out Tartan. Tartan scored 51 points total. 51 points total. They did their ass up. They literally just, which basically ties into going into the final game, they literally just stopped all penetration, dude. Literally, that's what they did. They literally said, you know what you're going to do? You're going to have to pull up on us. You're going to have to pull jump shots with contested hands in your face every time. Because you're not just going to drive the lane. And Charles Barkley's the guy that said it, man. You don't win with jump shots. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless you're Steph Curry and KG close. KJ close. But he ain't Steph Curry. And Jaska put it, they're a good team, man. They're a really good team. I think they're really, 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 really well coached. And bringing them into the matchup against us, Apple Valley, the 7th seed. We're the 7th seed, they're the 5th seed. You don't hear that most of the time. You don't hear that, the 7th seed versus the 5th seed. You don't hear that most of the time. These two teams made huge statements. And I think one of the things I saw a post somebody put up that said that it showed Kamari and Tyler side by side, and it showed each one of them having 4 years invested into the program at Apple Valley for Kamari, and 4 years invested into the high school at Chaska, showing homegrown. And I think that's hitting pretty big here. Them homegrown talent. I think a lot of coaches don't know how to coach homegrown talent. They know how to coach talent that's been given to them, but they don't know how to coach kids that you actually have to develop and teach the game to. Because a lot of times, homegrown talent, you're going to get a lot of athletes, you're going to get a lot of hard workers, but you're not going to get a whole bunch of ball dominant players. There's not a lot of ball dominant players. I mean, there's some a few, but most of the kids around here learn fundamentals. They learn passing, and if you learn how to pass, you're not a ball dominant person because you know how important it is to move the ball. Apple Valley, the first half, I think it was just like each team was kind of just giving jabs, just massive jabs. I think Chaska. One thing about Chaska is they defend the lane very well. They defend the lane very well, and then their rotations are amazing. Um, they know one of the things that I saw and what I would have been able to help if I was sitting there was their rotations were great, but their heads didn't turn. So they didn't watch ball and man all the time when they were helping. Could have took advantage of that by driving and kicking more for Apple Valley. Chaska was just very long. They're long, arms up, which, like as anyone knows, if you got your arms up and arms out, you make yourself bigger, and you close those driving lanes and you close those passing lanes. And that's what they did well of, especially in the first half. I think Apple Valley was filling that out, still trying to get used to it. We were doing our thing. Trey was hitting in the first half. We kept it close. And then in the second half, they went on a run on us. Mainly because they had big guards. Number 14 or 40. I can't remember what number he is, 41 or 14 or something. I think it's 14. Big guard, big PG. That made the difference for them, I think. I don't think we adjusted to that. We did adjust to Tyler because Tyler was getting off in the first half, but in the second half, I think he might have been held to like 2 points in the second half once the coaches, or excuse me, myself yelled out to uh, um, the defense that he only likes to go right. Once they did that, they took him kind of out of it. But then the other guys were revved up by then. I think those guys are ready to go. Plus, like I said, they've been playing together for a long time, so they kind of know how each other are. They know how to find each other. They're in spots where they need to be. They make themselves available. They're not just standing there. They're actually in a path, a nice passing path for the ball to be passed to them. And Apple Valley just couldn't hang with that until finally Trey decided to say, "Hey, look, you know what? Who's in this game, man?" Because Trey told me, he said, "Man, I'm trying to get this banner put up, man." And TJ and him were on the phone together, and they told me, "Yo, man, we finna get this thing." And I was like, "I know, man. I said, I'm just here watching it, man. Y'all do y'all thing, and love y'all." So, I know what he was on. I know what they were on. I know he was on that shit. I think one of the things that kept us down and has kept us down for a while now is that the use of TJ. I think TJ, um, Tylen Ward Jr. I think he's the prototypical point guard. I think he should have been utilized more in a way like um, um, uh, what's your boy for Boston? Rajon Rondo. I felt he could have been used more like Rajon Rondo, a little bit more floaters, a little bit more attacking the basket. But yes, driving and kicking, driving and kicking, driving and kicking, and not having the people just stand out on the 3-point line, having guys cut, a little bit more cutting. But they came back. I mean, all that to say they came back. I felt like there was a point where when we made a run again, I felt like they could have really kind of put it on them right after Trey hit a step back, one dribble pull up step, or two dribble pull up step back, 2-pointer. And now we're only down 2, 55-53. I think it's 55-53. We're only down 2. And then we call a timeout. I don't think we should have called that timeout. I think our momentum was swinging. Trey was hitting everything. Trey was feeling it. There's no reason to take a break. And then not only that, I think unless they called the timeout, I think we should have kept going because they were tired. We were abusing them on defense. We were all over the place, and they couldn't hang with it. We were getting there. We were getting rebounds. We were stopping them. The ball was we were stopping them on D. TJ was stopping dudes on D, getting the ball thrown off of them, and we were getting turnovers. We were moving it. It was 1:30. I don't think he would have called a timeout at that time because they were in the lead. I think he would have just left it and trusted his boys. So once you call that timeout, his boys were tired. They got to go over there and they got to get a couple of drinks of Gatorade, water, whatever, and rest. And not only that, the coach can sit there and draw up how we're going to get this ball in there. Because if they just threw it, they just took it out right after we hit that shot. They're rattled. We banging them on D. They like, whoa, what's going on? These dudes is everywhere. But now they can go stand over there with the coach. The coach like, this is what's going on. This is what you do. Unless Chaska called the timeout. We should have called that, man. We should have just been riding, man. We was riding back, man. We came back. We was on that run. Let that run ride until it dies, man. And yeah, man. But otherwise, man, it was a good game, man. And then after that, they kind of miss a steal, miss going for a steal and foul. Bam, 2 free throws. By that time, now you're coming down, jacking up stuff, missing, and they're hitting another free throw because you got a foul. So, but I mean, dude, like I tell people this all the time. Once they won that Wyzetta game, for me, it was monumental. I know them going across the stage today, or excuse me, on Saturday, and getting a red ribbon is something that they weren't dreaming of, but it's still success. And to be one of the 2 teams in all of 4A is a big accomplishment. I love y'all young brothers. And that Wyzetta game, that was it for me. I'm gonna watch that game for the rest of my life. That was a huge game. You guys did y'all thing. Um, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna get to work on this movie. I told a couple of people that I gotta call and set up times and parents that are going to be involved because the only people that got the whole story like I do is the parents. I mean, they're the only ones, but I mean, they don't got some of the politics stuff, even though some of them, a couple of parents were involved in some of the politics too. But other than that, I mean, you're going to get a couple of years out of some people. But you know what I'm saying? If you want the whole story, nothing but the truth. Ask the God. You know what I'm saying? I'm up out of here, man, tonight, man. Thank y'all for bearing with me. You know how I am, man. I'm a long-winded sometimes. I thought I was going to get y'all early, but I had a lot to say, man. But big ups to high school basketball right now. College basketball is going crazy. The Final Four is popping off. Um, I think that this is one time where like I said, man, I'm looking at it. I know everybody's thinking they're going to have their team in it. Everybody's got their team, but I think it's going to be a Big Ten. Um, it's going to be a Big Ten final, man, and I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be great. I think UConn is dope, man. I love UConn, bro. Bro, I love UConn. I think UConn is one of the best programs in basketball, and I think people got to realize that Bobby Hurley is a asshole. You know what I'm saying? So once you understand that part of it, I think that you'll understand why you'll understand why the man is the way he is. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing to be mad about. Just let him do his thing. If you down with it, you down with it. Otherwise, you got Illinois versus UConn, Michigan versus Arizona. I think it could be a Big Ten final. I think it can. I think it can be a Big Ten final. Hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm not, a message from the God. Blessings to everybody. Let me get up out of here. I love y'all. Let's get this village together, man. We can make some beautiful things happen in Minnesota, man.